Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode of Plant, Grow, Eat. Today's episode is all about the sweet sop. Everybody who's had a sweet sop know that the sweet sop is one of Jamaica's favorite fruits. It's not only sweet and creamy, but it's packed with nutrition. Sweet sop has vitamin A, vitamin B6, magnesium, copper, plus a ton of fiber, so it's really good for constipation. But it's also good for high blood pressure here and for pregnancy. Anyway, enough of the benefits. Let's talk about how we can hand pollinate our sweet sop trees to maximize production. So some of you might be asking, why do we even need to hand pollinate? In Jamaica, you have your sweet sop tree, you literally have 100 sweet sops on there without hand pollination. But unfortunately, in our current environment, there's so many pesticides used in the environment that there are not too many natural pollinators like bees and ants. So there are times where we need to hand pollinate. For instance, last year I bought my first my sweet sop tree. It was covered with blossoms when I first got it, but I didn't even get one fruit. I'd heard about hand pollination, but I thought it was something that wasn't really necessary because I saw so many blossoms. I have a ton of friends also who tell me they have sweet sop trees, but they have very low production. So I'm going to talk specifically about the best way to hand pollinate. I actually did a video a few months ago before I had my backyard farmer Pat channel. I did it just for fun for a few friends. It's not a professional video, I'm telling you in advance, but it does show you exactly the best way to hand pollinate. Some people gather the pollen using a black cup and a item like a brush to knock the pollen in and then use it to hand pollinate. But I found it's a lot easier. I'm all about doing it the easiest way. It's a lot easier to use a brush and pollinate directly from flower to flower. So the brush that I'm using here is actually just an eyeshadow brush. But the key with finding a brush is not to use a brush that has a stiff point like this. I actually used this first and I wasn't successful. This brush is very light and fluffy, so this is actually the best kind of brush. You can use an eyeshadow brush, or if you have a paintbrush that has very light fibers at it, it's perfect. So in the video, you're gonna see where I take the pollen from a male flower that normally has the wider opening. You insert the paintbrush into the male flower, and then you find a female flower that normally has the petals closer together. You open the female flower and you insert the pollen that you took from the male. For sugar apples or sweet sop, the flower is first a male. Day one, it's a male, and then it becomes a female. No, actually, sorry. Day one, it's a female flower, and the petals are closer together, and then the next day it becomes a male. It opens up and the pollen is there. So the key is finding, and the petals normally open up late in the evening. I find like around 6:30 in the evening is when the male flowers normally open and you're able to access. You'll find that if you're trying to go too early, like 4 o'clock in the day, the flowers are still closed, but if you wait until like 6:30 in the evening, the flowers are open. You'll see more and understand more once you see the video. The key is finding a male flower, that's one with the petals open, inserting the paintbrush, getting the pollen, and you'll clearly see the pollen on the paintbrush, then finding a female, inserting it, and inserting the pollen into the female. One of the things that I do as a tip is after I pollinated a female, I break the tip of the leg off so that I know that that one is pollinated. Normally within a day or two, you'll see the female flower, the petals start to dry, and then once they fall off, you'll see the small sweet sop underneath. So as I said, the video I'm gonna cut into now was just done for fun, but if you watch very carefully, you'll see everything I just explained. At the end of the video, I'm gonna be opening these delicious sweet sops to show you what they look like inside as I enjoy them. All right, so let's go see the video. All right, everyone, I'm gonna do my nightly pollination of my sugar apple, otherwise known as sweet sop. So first you find a male flower, and as you can see, this flower is open. You see the petals are wide open? That's because it's a male. So in the male flower they have a lot of pollen. So you open the male flower, you get the pollen. See all that? That's pollen. Then you find a female. You see her legs are closed up, and you open it gently, very gently. You insert the pollen, and now she's pregnant. Now she's pregnant. So tomorrow she should be a girl. She should be she's gonna become a male, but then her sweet sop will be fully formed. As you can see, I've been doing this, and you can see there are tons of sweet sop. Every single one that you see here was done via pollination. Come around this side, you can see multiple that were done via pollination. Here's another female. She's closed up, so I'm opening her and inserting the pollen from that first male. And then what I do is I break one leg off, so I know that I pollinated it. As you can see, another leg was already broken. This is my second time pollinating. I want to make sure that was taken. Here's another one I pollinated earlier, but I want to make sure it took. So I'm going to insert some more pollen. And that's it. That's it for pollination. Break the leg. Thanks for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm about to enjoy my sweet sop now. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at this. Pure sugar. The name sugar apple is right. Anyway, that's it for today's episode of Plant Grow Eat. Don't forget to click like and subscribe and share with your friends. Click the notification bell so you can see the next episode. Until next time, thank you.